Hello and welcome to the last day of our spring sports previews. Go check out the rest of this week's previews on the NJCAA YouTube if you haven't already. But we close out on this Friday with NJCAA men's and women's tennis and outdoor track and field. Before we get started, let's pause for a moment and talk about some major restructuring in the world of NJCAA tennis. This year, the NJCAA has introduced a Division II option for programs. That means Division III is no longer creating a ripple effect and some significant shuffling among D1 and former Division III teams. Here's who made the move from the Division I level to the Division II level. Wallace State Hanceville, Northwest Mississippi, Mississippi Gulf Coast, Coastal Alabama South, Hines, and Jones. And then from D3 to D2, you've got the reigning champions out of Emory, Oxford, along with Mercer County, RCSJ Gloucester, College of DuPage, Camden County, and Mohawk Valley. With new programs and fresh competition entering the fold, a new road to the championship is being paved, and the level of competition is only going up. All right, with that being said, let's take a look at the teams of Division I who had some impressive performances last year and what you can expect from them in this season. We start with Division I men's tennis, where Tyler Junior College is coming off back-to-back national titles, and the Apaches showed just how dominant they were last season. All three doubles pairs captured their respective flight championships as they went 11-4 on the season in 24-25, and while February was a struggle last year, they flipped a switch in March and ran the table for the rest of the way. They'll return Portugal native Daniel Mauricio Marincas, who claimed the number 5 singles flight championship, adding veteran leadership to an already proven lineup. With upcoming matchups against NCAA programs, Tyler is looking to sharpen its edge and build momentum for yet another championship run. Let's take a look at Barton, who recorded the best finish in program history last season, taking second place in a razor-thin battle, edging out Colin by just half a point with a 33-point finish. Victor Alvis delivered in a big way, winning the number 2 singles flight for the Cougars. He now takes his talents to Lynn University. They'll also return sophomore Armando Sigagwe, but this roster features plenty of new faces. The question now, can Barton reload and make another deep run? Okay, let's move on to Colin and the Cougars. They posted their best finish since 2013 last season and secured a 4th consecutive top 5 finish, totaling 32.5 points. They returned Santiago Martinez, who played a key role last season in the team's upset win over Cowley and became a major contributor in doubles down the stretch. However, the Cougars will look to fill some big shoes. Luke Stula, the number 6 singles flight champion, has moved on, as has Min-Jae Kim, who reached the number 1 national ranking last year. Now another Cougars coalition takes the court, an eclectic mix of sophomores and freshmen ready to make their mark. We'll see just how far this group can go. All right, on to the women's side of Division I. It was total dominance for Hillsborough at last year's Division I championship, a clean sweep across all doubles flights and 4 individual champions to cap it off. In the fall, sophomore duo of Yun Soo Cho and Noah Rojas added to the resume, capturing both the ITA Regional Championship and the ITA Cup National Doubles Championship. Their chemistry and aggressive play made them one of the most dangerous doubles teams in the country. Now they return a talented core of sophomores who are already building on last season's success. Let's hear from Sydney Stark and Noah Rojas on their goals after a championship year.
Season also as a team is to of course win the national championship like we did last year, and also just to build as a person and as a team. So obviously everybody wants to win the national championship. Over that, I want to keep improving and sharing this experience with the team and everything and enjoying it, because it's my last semester here. It's so sad. But yeah, supporting each other and winning that title.
The Cowley Lady Tigers look to reclaim their throne after capturing the national title in 2024 and finishing runner-up last year. They were led by Serena Pereira, who claimed her second singles title, and the program also secured a championship in the #1 singles flight. Cowley brings back a veteran presence in Nagli Garcia-Gallian, the reigning region champion at #4 singles and #3 doubles, anchoring a lineup with loaded experience. The doubles tandem of Chiho Takada and Akari Tomoyose also made waves, winning the region title at #2 doubles last season. Takada added a deep national run, reaching the semifinals in both the #5 singles and the #2 doubles. And there's even more familiarity on the sideline as former Lady Tigers standout Annie Barra joins the staff as an assistant coach. Cowley looks stacked and ready to make another serious run. And the Tyler women's team secured third place for the third straight season last year, finishing with a total of 35 points. The Apaches claimed a championship in the #2 singles flight and added a runner-up finish in the #5 singles flight, showing strength across the lineup. This year's roster leans heavily on sophomores, bringing valuable experience and leadership into the new season. They will have to replace Amelia Delvin, the #2 singles champion and first-team All-American, but there's still plenty of firepower. Hopefully I get this right. Sharon Shearl returns after finishing runner-up in the #6 singles flight and earning second-team All-American honors last year. Now in her second year, head coach Micah Avance is aiming to keep Tyler firmly in the national conversation. All right, that wraps up Division I. Now let's turn our attention to the Division II slate. And remember, this is a brand new installment for NJCAA tennis. While a handful of D1 programs are making the move down to D2, much of last season's Division III competitive landscape now takes center stage in this new environment. So as we shift gears, let's take a look at some of those dominant D3 programs from a year ago that are now making the jump and reshaping the Division II field. The former D3 powerhouse, Emory Oxford, is making waves again, winning their 12th national championship last year and their 9th in a row. They'll return some key contributors, Daniel Naylor and Manas Krishnaswamy, both of whom won their singles matches in last year's championship. Freshman Alex Casatli joins the squad this year, and we'll hear from him on what it's been like competing at Emory and how he feels about making the jump to Division II.
My name is Alex Casatli, and I'm a freshman at Oxford. And I always wanted to play tennis in college, and I saw that Oxford had a really rich history, winning 9 straight titles, so I was excited to join the team. And now seeing that we're moving up to Division II and seeing our results in ITAs in the fall, I feel as though we have a really strong chance to do well in Division II this year.
Another contender is Mercer County, who earned a runner-up finish at last year's championship, their first time as national runners-up since 2016. Even in falling just short, they claimed 4 flight championships and had 5 players earn NJCAA All-American honors. Peyton Miller captured his first national title in the #1 singles and will be moving on to the College of New Jersey, leaving some big shoes to fill. Still, Mercer County looks poised to make Division II even more competitive this season. The Roadrunners of RCSJ Gloucester made a strong showing last year, finishing 3rd in the Division III tournament with a solid 10-6 record. They also had 5 players earn NJCAA All-American honors, highlighting the talent across the roster. Stephen Bonilla and Jackson Hunn picked up a key doubles win, while Bonilla and Brian Cardenas notched victories in the back draw during the tournament. Last season, the team was evenly split between freshmen and sophomores, and this year it will be interesting to see how new talent blends with the experienced sophomores core to continue the program's success. Okay, over to the women's side. The Emory Oxford Eagles continue their dominance, capping off last year with a Division III crown, their 10th national title, and crushing the competition by 19 points over the runner-up. They swept the board, claiming first place in singles flights #1 through #6 and first in doubles flights #1 through 3, showing complete control across the lineup. This season, they're already off to a hot start, notching 17 singles wins and 8 doubles wins at the Piedmont tournament back in September. Freshman standouts Anastasia Spire and Ariel Gomberg were pivotal in the fall and will be key contributors as the Eagles look to defend their crown. More familiar faces as the Roadrunners of RCSJ Gloucester, who finished second at last year's Division III tournament, are among the top women's teams. It was a historic season as the team captured a Region 19 crown for the first time in a decade. At the national championship, they earned runner-up finishes in singles flights number 2 and number 6, along with second-place finishes in doubles flight number 1. As they begin a new era in Roadrunners tennis, this squad features 3 2025 NJCAA All-Americans ready to keep building on last year's success. Okay, we'll wrap up tennis with Camden County. The Cougars claimed third place in last year's tournament outing, highlighted by second-place finishes in singles flight number 3 and doubles flight 2. Now, as they transition to Division II, second-year head coach Jonathan McCarthy will lead the charge. Let's hear from Coach McCarthy on what's ahead for the Cougars this season.
I'm John McCarthy. I'm the head coach of the Camden County Cougars women's tennis team. I'm previewing the upcoming 2026 season. Last year, we finished in third place in the nation, second place in Region 19. This year, we have 1 returning player, 5 new players. No more Division III, so I'm excited to see at the national event what the level of competition is, and hopefully my team's ready for it.
Okay, now we switch gears from the court to the track. Outdoor track and field is here, and plenty of action awaits this season. In Division I men's, South Plains continues its dominance, capturing its 5th straight and 16th overall national title in program history last year. The Texans scored 119 points, a full 23 points ahead of second place, cementing their reputation as a powerhouse in Division I track and field. Last season, I believe it's Denzel Simusialala was the man to watch, winning both the 100-meter and the 200-meter and helping the 4x100 relay to victory. He heads to the University of Kentucky and is an SEC man this year. They will certainly miss him, but South Plains still brings a talented roster back for 25-26, including Jules Correll, who cleared 5.33 meters in the pole vault, and Carlton Sewella, who ran a 1:16.59 in the 600-meter just this past weekend, each winning their respective events. Let's talk about the New Mexico Thunderbirds, who secured their second runner-up finish in a row last season, racking up 96 team points and 8 top 3 finishes. Gold medal performances from Samuel Estrada Ospina in the pole vault, as well as Trinidad and Tobago native LeBron James in the javelin, helped lock in the silver for the squad. This past weekend, Luis Santos obliterated the heptathlon record with 5,506 points, surpassing the previous mark of 5,468. With talent spread across the board, the Thunderbirds are stacked and ready to make another push for the top spot. The Iowa Western Reavers claimed bronze at last year's championship, highlighted by 4 top 3 finishes, including silver medals in the 10,000 meter and triple jump. They'll bring back Pierre Carlier, who recently set the program's mile record at 4:05.55, as well as freshman Arthur D'Souza, who won the shot put in his first collegiate competition with a throw of 16.78 meters, marking the 5th best all-time performance in school history. With a mix of fast learners and eager competitors, the Reavers are ready to hit the ground running again this season. The Reavers have been just as impressive on the women's side, capturing their second outdoor title and edging out Barton to finish with a total of 98 points. The team boasted 11 top 3 finishers, led by Juliana Sakat, who dominated the distance events, winning the 1,500 meter, 5,000 meter, and 10,000 meter. Another standout, Mary Laha, ran 7.67 in the 60 meter to finish 3rd and qualify for nationals, and also took home the 200 meter in 25.07 during her collegiate debut. With talent like this returning, the Reavers are ready to defend their crown. Moving along, let's take a look at the Barton Cougars of Division I, who had an impressive tournament weekend last year, notching 7 top 3 event finishers and finishing with a total of 90.33 points. They'll bring back key contributors Asharia Ulit, who took gold in the 100-meter hurdles, and Celine Riddle, last year's long jump champion. Both athletes have already posted season best performances this spring, and with the Barton off to a hot start, the Cougars are showing they're ready to contend once again. The New Mexico Junior College Thunderbirds, 2024 national champions, returned to the podium last season with a third-place finish highlighted by 7 top 3 performances. Keep an eye on Tiana Petrova, who struck gold in the high jump last year and has already posted impressive marks throughout January. And how about Anihi Suarez? She clocked a 7:28 in the 60 meters in her collegiate debut, breaking a New Mexico JC school record. Records are falling all across Division I, and the Thunderbirds are looking poised to make another podium run. Okay, we finish with Division III. The College of DuPage won their 8th national championship and 5th in a row last year, scoring 195 points. The title featured 10 top 3 finishes and gold medals in the hammer throw, pole vault, 4x100 meter, 100 meter, and 200 meter. This team is gunning for 6 with an impressive squad of field athletes to add to their sprinters.
What the team is going to do, we've got about bigger numbers than I think we've ever had on both the men and the women's side. So really excited for just to see what that growth will do and how we can spread across all the different events. So I think we're going to have some really strong numbers. I think we might bring more kids to our indoor national championship at D1 level than we've ever done. So I'm really excited to see which kids qualify for that too. And then
Last year's national runner-up was the Harper Hawks, and between a strong crop of freshman talent and sophomore experience, it looks like the Hawks could make another run. Freshman sprinter Dominic Giuseppe has been dominating in indoor so far this season, setting his second school record with a 22:53 200 meter. Look for him to continue his success as the year goes on. How about the historic performance by Joliet Junior College at the championships last year? Nathan Cerletti racked up 4 individual championships to help lift the Wolves to 3rd overall, and the sophomore returns for this season. The Wolves are led by coach Jeff DeGraw, who was honored by Lewis University earlier this year, as 2 of his previous teams were inducted into their Hall of Fame. And we close with the Division III women's track and field teams, led by College of DuPage, who dominated the field last year, finishing nearly 80 points ahead of second place. Sophomore Ellie Logsden earned outstanding female honors and moves on to the 4-year level at NCAA Division III North Central College, but head coach Mallory Dominguez still loves the strong group of returners on this year's squad.
and then on the women's side, we returned on the sprints Allie Brown, Claudia. We returned Adriana Villanova, who was high jump national runner-up. So those are some key ones. On the women's side, we return a lot of our distance women, Sam Blankenship, Allie Pastiora, Maureen Bloomley, who are all Americans in at least 3 events. So that's exciting as well.
The Harper Hawks are another squad looking to build on last year, finishing in 2nd at Nationals and claiming an individual championship in the triple jump. So far this year, the Hawks are already showing plenty of talent, with Hannah Schultz and Casey Ladinsky putting up great performances at the Chicago Collegiate Invitational in early February. And to close, we look at Mineral Area, who tallied individual championships in 3 separate field events last year. Nora Henry claimed gold in shot put, Addison Waller-Brinicky took first in discus, and Cassidy Herget had the best performance in javelin. Of those 3, Addison Waller-Brinicky returns for her sophomore campaign this year, and she and the rest of the Cardinals prepare for the Hilltop Classic next Friday. Okay, that wraps up our final day of spring sports preview. An exciting season of junior college sports is on the way. If you missed a preview and you want to check out your team, you can rewatch all of them on the NJCAA YouTube. Thanks everybody for tuning in all week. I'm Zach McKinstry signing off. Best of luck this spring.